Alrighty, I have a 1998 Pontiac Grand Prix key fob here that does the doors and the trunk, and the battery's dead in it. So I searched YouTube, didn't find a video specifically for this key fob, so I thought I'd make one really quick. You'll need three things to do this job. Obviously you need the key fob. You will need some sort of little pry tool. I have a handy dandy little keychain bottle opener that also happens to have a very nice pry thing there. Obviously a screwdriver would probably do the same thing. And you will need a button type battery. You will need, doesn't have to be a Rayovac of course, but you will need a CR2032 battery, a little button type battery to go in there. So basically the way this works, I've already separated the key fob, but what you'll see down here in this corner is right here, when the key fob is closed up, there's a little bit of a gap right there in the key fob. And what you can do is you take your pry tool, your screwdriver, whatever, and you'll want to stick it in there and just give it a twist. And then what you want to do is just work your way around the key fob with the screwdriver and give it a little twist and go all the way around the key fob until eventually the key fob will separate. So then once you do that, you will notice that the top half comes off here and you'll see a little rubberized type deal there. And then what you can do is very carefully take your screwdriver and get in there, and you want to pop that thing up. And then what you have when you get this little rubber piece off is you have the circuit board inside the rubber piece there. Looks like that. So there's your circuit board. Be careful not to damage that. And then on the back side of the key fob you can see the little button type battery. And then what you'll need to do is take your, now look carefully in this corner right here. You'll see that that's where the electric, the contact is for the electricity to run in this thing. So be careful not to damage that little corner metal piece. You'll see two little arms that hold the battery in once we get it out. But all you need to do is basically get up here in this little notch and you just carefully pop that battery out of there like that. The battery will come out. And you notice that the writing side, the positive side, was down, so the negative side is up. So make sure you get it oriented correctly when you put the new battery in. So here we have the new CR2302 battery. There's the writing side, if I can get the right angle on it here. Come on. Well, you have to take my word for it. Yeah, there's the writing side. So that's going to go down. And you'll notice that in this corner here is two little arms that stick out. And you need to make sure the battery gets in there, tucked in that corner. And you can also see right here, where am I? Right here is the little legend that says the plus or the positive goes down. So you want to stick the battery very carefully into this corner and press it down into place. And you'll notice that there's some writing up here, if I can get the right angle on it. And it basically says, I don't have enough light in there, but it says you press the lock and unlock together for 7 seconds to reset the key fob. Because once you take the battery out, your little memory is lost as far as opening and closing. And remember, this key fob talks to just your car. So what you'll want to do is, once you get this put back together, is you'll want to go to your car, stand right beside it, hold down the the lock and the unlock together at the same time for at least 7 seconds, and that should reset the key fob. So once you have the battery back in, you'll want to very carefully take your circuit board and put it back in the correct way. And then what you can do is take your little edge tool and very carefully press the key fob. If I can get this here, press it around the edge and go all the way around and get the key fob all repressed back in. Or I'm sorry, get the little rubber piece all pressed back in around the thing. And then once you're done with that, and now you can take your thing here and you just start pressing it together, and all locked. So now, see, there's the little notch that where I showed you in the beginning where your little screwdriver goes. It's a little easier to see now that it's snapped back together and not separated. So that should be it. So let's go down and see if it works. Okay, so I'm at my car, and I haven't even done the reset procedure yet, and you can see, if you can hear it, that everything is working. And I popped the trunk pops. I didn't even have to do the reset procedure. I just, as soon as I came down, it just magically worked. The other key fob I had did not work initially, and I had to hold down the lock and unlock together for 7 seconds, and then it worked correctly. So I'm not sure why one key fob worked right away. This one did, and the other one had to be reset. I'm not sure. But as you can see, like I said, you can hear everything working after the battery replacement, because like I said before, this was dead, didn't work at all, and now I have a fob. So I hope that was helpful for you, and appreciate you watching.